Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Iron here. I'm on a backpacking trip at one of my favorite locations in the Pacific Northwest. I have personally been backpacking with all of my photography gear for close to 10 years now. And I've made a lot of mistakes, and I do things a lot differently now than I did when I started off. Thought long and hard about if I could go back in time and teach myself what I know now, what the most important things would be. All right, one of the worst things that could ever happen is, you backpack to a really cool spot and you find this really awesome composition and amazing light, and you take these photos and you get back home, you get on the computer and your shot's out of focus, or you blew out your highlights. You just technically did not take the photo properly. That happened to me quite a bit when I started off. That only happened because I didn't really take the time to learn how to take pictures properly. One of my really good friends and hiking partners has some of the best information out there for learning how to take photos properly. Shout out to Dave Morrow. I'll leave a link on the description below. For those totally new to just taking pictures in general, some really useful information there. So yeah, learn how to use your camera properly. Try to start training yourself to just be more present when you're outside. When I first started hiking with my camera, as I hiked, I was always just thinking about the photos I could take. That really can be a bad mindset to be in. If your mind's always there, you're not really connecting with the place that you are in. In this practice, I still struggle with it. It's a practice that always evolves, but I just try to be more present when I'm outside. Listen to the birds, feel the sun, and just try to connect more with nature and the experience, and your best photos will come naturally. All right, so this is the most important tip. Leave no trace. Don't go trampling through a field of wildflowers because you want to get a shot. We are out here to experience nature in its most beautiful, pure form. It's our job to help protect it. So do your homework and look up, all of the leave no trace principles. Digital leave no trace. That's kind of a new space that we are traversing into these days with Instagram and social media. If you're tagging exact locations, it can be a really bad practice, because it just draws a lot of people to the same spots. I like to just use broad terms like the Olympics or Olympic National Park. I'm not tagging the exact hike names, and that will have a better impact on the environment. Try to avoid hot spots. When I started this venture, I did what a lot of photographers do. We go online, we look up, the most amazing hikes. We kind of go to these same spots. I'm not going to say that there's anything wrong with that. I definitely did it for a while. But I can tell you right now, after exploring so many other areas, I have found that so many of these other areas that I've found very little information online about, or have seen zero photos of, are some of the most beautiful places that I've ever been to. A lot of my all-time favorite photographs are, from places that I've never seen a photograph from. As I have developed as a photographer, I tend to only want to go into areas that, other people haven't really photographed, or places that aren't really crowded. Once I'm over 10 miles into most any trail, I'd never see another photographer. Personally, I really enjoy that. So I would highly recommend, just doing your own exploring, finding places that are new to you, and that's going to enable you to come back with some photos that nobody has ever seen. Give yourself more time. Take an extra day off work. One of my favorite things to do is hike into an area and then have a whole day there to explore, a whole extra day. So that's how a lot of my trips are these days. And that extra day, it gives me more time to explore, look for unique compositions that I really like. It gives me more time to connect with nature, connect with the scene, and the quality of your photos is really going to reflect your experience. Yeah, the more time out here, the better. Yeah, take that extra time off work and do longer trips, 3-4 days. Get out here for a week, and your photography will grow exponentially if you're able to do that. So I plan a majority of most all of my backpacking trips based on the time of year. Personally, I really like to see an area when it's most photogenic. That can be looked at a lot of different ways. To me, I love seeing these peaks behind me with snow still on them. The wildflowers out here are in full bloom. Oh wow, there's a couple goats over there hiking up towards my buddy Nick. Wow, that was cool. This is gonna be one of the very last years you're able to see goats in the Olympics. They are in the process of removing them because they're not native to the area, which makes me pretty sad because I really enjoy seeing them here. I've seen them up most all trips I've done into the Olympics. But so the wildflowers out here in peak bloom. There's still snow on the peaks. And I've been to this location in almost every season. And to me, this is the best time of the year to be up here. So I come up here, around this time if I can. Hiking into the rainforest during spring or fall is really nice. Summertime, I'm not the biggest fan because kind of overgrown, and you're just not getting those peak greens or nice fall colors. That's just the way I feel about it. The rainforest is a beautiful place in the summer. So just try to kind of think about that. It's really easy to just want to hike to a destination because of the destination itself. But your photographs will definitely reflect the beauty of the area in its current state. Personally, I find it best to camp close to an area I want to photograph. And if you're just starting out, it might take you a while to kind of figure out what you are most drawn to photograph, what you like the most. Personally, I really love mountains, wide open scenes. They're my favorite places to be in, so they're also my favorite places to photograph. So I typically try to set up camp really close to an area that, has a lot of the things that I just like to be around. So the spot that I'm in right now, way out, maybe a couple 100 feet away, right on the other side of that snowbank, you can see me and my friend Nick's tent over there. Camping close to an area you want to photograph is really nice if you're trying to take pictures during sunrise or sunset. You get to sleep in a little bit later, and you're not always hiking back to your tent in the dark. With that said, make sure you camp in an area that you are permitted to. So do your research and make sure you set up camp in a low impact area. And by that, don't throw your tent down on a bunch of vegetation. Look for bare dirt patches or spots that other people have possibly already camped. That's going to have a better impact on the earth. So that should always be number one. Finding a friend to go backpacking with that's also a photographer can really, really help your photos grow. Being on the same page with somebody can be really nice. You can motivate each other and learn from each other. I really enjoy all of my backpacking trips with my friends that aren't photographers. But it's good to have a balance. So if you can find somebody that's on the same page, and ideally someone on the same page that maybe has been doing it longer than you or is more experienced, you'll be able to learn a lot faster that way. yeah, so reach out to some people. There's a lot of awesome resources online, and yeah, find a friend to grow with. Having the lightest base weight possible has really helped me be able to, hike a lot further, hike more days. Yeah, if you can just lighten your base weight by only taking what you need, and then also using lightweight backpacking gear, and as minimalistic of a camera gear setup as possible, that'll really help you out there. It's really good to practice having no expectations for the photographs that you're going to take back from your trips. When I first started backpacking, I was not happy if I came back home, without a photograph. And it's just a really terrible way to go about doing it. The experience and being out here should always be first. It's okay, if you don't come back with a photograph. The more that you have no expectations, just the more naturally your best work's gonna come from that. With that said, there is a fine balance. You still have to be motivated. Try to get out and around for sunrise. You don't want to have absolutely no expectations, but just make sure that that's not, the reason why you are coming out here. If you're only backpacking to capture photos, you're probably not going to be doing it for very long. So yeah, following those tips should really help you not only have a more enjoyable time backpacking, but also help you come back home with some super awesome photos that you're super stoked on. And I really hope that helped you. And make sure you check out my video. I go over the gear that I personally use in detail. And stoked you guys are here. And I'll catch you guys in the next trail. Peace.